Hey everybody, welcome back to Unreal World. Alright, so this looks like it's going to be a decent spot to set up camp. So we need to go about gathering some things. For instance, we have this stone here, we can pick that up. And let's just look around a little bit here. See if we can find. Oh, there we go. So this is a good find. So as you can see down here, we see a tree trunk here. So what I want to do is press S to go to my skills. And then M for Timbercraft. And then you see this menu here. So we could fell a tree, well we obviously don't need to do that. We can chop a felled tree into blocks. We can split firewood from blocks. We can carve a trunk into a log. We can split a trunk into boards. And you can see you can peel bark, so there are so many options here. What we would probably do in this case is I want to... I probably want to get... Okay, we're going to turn this into blocks. Okay. And so it's going to say, oh, I probably need to be standing here. So let's try that again. All right, so let's chop the blocks. And I press the direction that you find it in. Ah, okay, so we're going to need that axe that I said we really are going to need. Yeah, we're going to need it, all right. So we can't do that. By the way, if we wanted to start a fire, we could just set fire to something like that log right where it's laying. So if it really comes to that. You can see that I'm chilly. I'm also a bit tired and it's late afternoon already. And I definitely need to eat something, so we're going to press E and eat a little more of this flat rye bread. Alright, now let's see if we can get some branches. So I'm going to step over here and then interact with this tree by basically going to my skills again, go into Timbercraft, say cut branches, twigs from a tree. Hopefully I can use a knife. Yeah, it says you can use a cutting weapon or you can do it by hand. So as you can see, it started raining while we were doing that. And you saw time was passing. It's now early evening. Hunger has gone up again. By the way, I realized what I had done in the last episode when I thought I was zooming out. I was actually doing the rest function, which is why we've lost a little bit of time today. But moving forward. Now it's raining, which would make making a fire a little more difficult, of course. Okay, let's see. The knife is the right tool here, but suffers from rough quality. And it says you finished cutting the spruce twigs, they are lying beside you on the ground. So they're probably over here in this tile. So we can step over here. And there's a tree trunk there. Let's move up. Now it says you see 16 spruce twigs here. I could have also pressed X to look where I was standing, I'm pretty sure. And so what I'll do is press G. And it asks me, how many do you want to pick up? And I'll say, well, at this particular point in time, I want all of them. So what I would do is just make sure all is selected and pick up the 16 spruce twigs. Let's go ahead and try and do the same thing. So we can press right here, lowercase r, to repeat the last thing we did, which is very helpful. So I'm going to do that again, and we're just going to spend a little more time doing this. Alright, still the early evening. We're still chilly. We're going to press G. We got 17 twigs this time. Grab all of them. Basically, we're just going to make a fire for ourselves. I don't think we are anywhere near able to make a little lean-to for us to stay in. Maybe we could. Let's press the plus key and go to building here. Now, shelter is what we would be looking at here. So this would be... Let's see, like if we were going to put it to the tile right here, to the right here, I just press 6, and it's going to tell me what I need. I need a cutting weapon, I have that. I need twigs, I have 20, but what we're missing would be the slender trunks. Now I'm thinking we might be able to find slender trunks that have fallen. Otherwise, we may need that axe again. But I'm thinking maybe if it's a slender trunk, we could use the knife, but I don't know. We'll have to find out. Alright, so we can rest to get rid of this fatigue, by the way, as I had mentioned before. So if you just hit the minus key, you'll rest, and if you shift, hit the minus key, I believe it rests only until your fatigue is gone. Or I might have that backwards. Let me double check. That's kind of important. Okay, where did I see this earlier? Oh, I think yeah, I passed it up. Rest is probably towards the top. Yeah, here it is right here. So the negative key or minus key, wait and rest until canceled, and oh, it's Alt, so I was wrong, not Shift. And then Alt minus key. Okay. So Alt. There we go. And then now we're fully rested. Well, in terms of fatigue, but vigor is we're still tired. And we're cold, which I guess is worse than chilly. It's bad that it's raining, of course. And I don't think we have a lot of time to be moving around and looking, scavenging right now. But let's see if we can get out of the rain, see if it'll stop. And there is a grouse flying nearby. Let's just move up here a bit. Just hoping that this rain will stop. Now what do we have here? Press L to look. That's a small capercaillie, I guess? I guess that's another bird. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's keep moving here. Rain is not going to let up, is it? That's okay. There is a branch. I'm going to pick that up. There's another rock. I'm going to pick that up too. Alright. Okay, so this right here. Maybe being closer to the water would be better. I don't know, but this is actually a different spot than the one I had chosen before, but I kind of like this area because it's already open. It's already open, and I think this would be a decent spot. Alright, so what we're going to do, it's still early evening, what we're going to do is make a fire. Hopefully we'll be able to do it even though it's raining. You know what, before we do that, I want to see what we can do with this. I'm going to press L to look. And it's a birch sapling. I wonder... Well, okay, I'll worry about that. I'll worry about that later. I have to maintain my focus here. Okay, so anyway, we're going to press lowercase f to build a fire. And so I can basically press a direction. And it's going to tell me you got to place some firewood over there first, and then try to build the fire. So we go to our inventory, or better yet, we can just press D, lowercase d, for drop. And we can say, alright, let's drop. We'll go with the spruce twigs, and we'll say, oh, we'll drop. We'll hit space so we can put in a specific number, and just say 15. And then space again. So we dropped them where we were standing, so we just move like that. And now we can press F to make that fire. 6. We're going to spend some time trying to make it. Now, we heard some birds making some noise, and it says you did not succeed in making a fire. And of course, the rain must have something to do with that, but we're going to try to do this again and just see what happens. It says there's nothing to set on fire, which I find strange. We have our spruce twigs here. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Okay, it says we managed to make a fire, and that happened to be our next task. And it says fire keeps you warm during cold weather, and will burn as long as it has enough fuel. To feed the burning fire, you need to occasionally move some wood or some burnable item onto the fire. So it's going to give us our next task, which is cookery. And it's telling us, well, use your cookery skill to prepare some food. The most simple recipe is just to roast raw fish or meat over the campfire. And it says that while the food is being cooked, and if you don't have anything else to do, you can use the wait or rest commands to kill some time. And your nose will tell you when the food is ready. Alright, so we have the fire going. And it says a game course event is coming up, so I'm going to press space. And it says you got a fresh pike. So when you're doing those tasks, when you selected that course, this sometimes happens. It'll give you an item to use. So what we can do is, I think we can just interact with, let's go to our skills to remember this. Let's go to cookery, and we can say roast, and we can choose the pike here. And it's just saying, okay, you have all the necessary equipment. And there we go. Okay, so it tells you that raw meat and fish will spoil pretty quickly if not cooked. So you want to cook things as quickly as you can, clearly. So we'll get our next task. It says your task is to fell a tree, for which you need to zoom in to a local map. We're already there. You'll need an axe to fell bigger trees, but only a knife is required for slender trunks or small trees. That's excellent, excellent news, because we need slender trunks for our shelter. Okay, so it says check out your inventory, stand by the tree you wish to cut down, and fell it by using your timbercraft skill. And it says you can wield your chosen tool weapon to get through the required equipment selection list faster. So for instance, I can press W here and say let's wield this rough knife. Yeah, and then so what we want to do is first of all press G, and it says because I was trying to pick it up, so it tells us the roasted pike will be ready in a few hours. You may not pick it up yet. So we're going to leave it next to the fire. That's symbolizing that it's cooking there. Okay, so while that is cooking, let's see what we can do. Like this tree right here. Let's look at this tree. Let's see what we have. It's a young spruce. So I wonder if we go to skills and timbercraft, and we say fell a tree. It says we have a cutting weapon. That's all we need. So we'll press space. And the way I'm facing, oh, the rain stopped. That's great. Oh, that's great that the rain stopped. Okay. And it tells you just different things you can do with wood. And the main difference between the trees, what you get from them is going to be, some are going to be slender, others are going to be the regular sized ones, and different kind of crafting recipes are going to call for specific ones over the other at times. Okay, so it says you can make various items by yourself: tools, weapons, clothes, even buildings. Go ahead and try now to make yourself some item. Okay, so what I want to do, first of all, our fire went out, and that's not good, because I don't think this is done cooking over here. You see a roasted pike, it's being prepared, so yeah, it wasn't done. Alright, so that's not a problem though. What we can do is we can go over here to these logs. I think we have to stand to the side of them. I don't remember. We can do push. So yeah, it says there are no items at your feet. So we stand on it, press P, and then what direction? And it's going to ask us, how many? Enter for all. And it says items at your feet will be moved to an adjacent location or packed on an animal. Alright, so if we go over here and we do the same thing, and we say push, we can see it's getting closer. Now this is a bit cumbersome, so you can also drag. I think that's capital D? No, that's not it. Let's check that one real quickly. Okay, that's just picking up. Oh, move, I guess is what I was thinking. Move, lowercase m. Let's try that. Yeah, we want to choose these. We want to choose all of them. And now I think, yeah, I'm hauling them, which of course is going to make me tired quickly, but I can haul them right there, and then I can stop hauling them. Or I can just drop them with D. I think they should be... Are they? No, they're not there with me. Okay, so we'll just do lowercase m, you stop hauling. Gonna step here and start a fire again. It says some smaller kindling such as branches is required there. Alright, so we'll do skills and then timbercraft. And we'll try to cut branches and twigs. Or actually, yeah, we can't... Oh, I think these are slender trunks, aren't they? So we might actually, yeah, we should be able to chop them into blocks. There's not any big tree trunk. Okay, so that it has to be a big one for that. So we'll go back. And let's say, let's just try to get branches from it. See if that works. It says there's no tree. Okay, so this is not going to work for our fire is the bottom line. So instead, let me grab some more twigs. Skills, timbercraft, cut branches, twigs. Okay, pick these up, 18. It's good. And we'll go over here, we're going to drop them. All of them. Right, and then I will pick up just the tree trunks. I won't be able to pick them up. Let me move them. Right over there. Okay. And then here we'll start the fire. Okay, thankfully that is going again. Now it is evening and it is basically time to sleep. We don't have a bed, so we're just going to try our best to sleep by the fire and hope that that helps with the coldness. I'm also going to eat first. Get one of those taken care of. Alright, that's good. And let me double check. Z, capital Z is going to be our sleep key. Alright, so this is not what you want to happen. We've woken up in the small hours of the morning, so we didn't sleep all the way through the night. And it's probably because we're cold. We're also thirsty, but I really think that this is the issue right now. And I'm not close to a point where I could even think of making some clothes for myself to get a little warmer. But we will get there. Well, if we don't die. But anyway, so what I guess we'll do is, well, get some branches and twigs. Yep, and we're just going to move them. Right there, stop moving him. Try to make a fire. We did not succeed. Let's try again. There we are. Now, I should not have gone to sleep while my fish was cooking, by the way. That's not a smart move. But somehow it managed to not burn. So we're going to pick that up. Now we can go ahead and eat that too. But it is 5 pounds, so we probably won't eat the whole thing. So we'll just go back to this. Alright. So now it is time once again for us to try to sleep. It says you're not tired. So unfortunately we woke up vigorous. Well, that means we're just gonna have to to start working again. So let's take a quick look. I'll press the plus key and look at the clothes here. So we're not, yeah. Now, okay, this is interesting. I didn't know that you could make things out of bark. Okay, let's look again at what we're wearing. Oh, we already have, everything's fine. I would just need some sort of coat, basically, but we don't have any recipe for that at this time. Look at lumber real quick. We can make stakes, we can make a staff. We don't need any of that currently. Tying equipment. So you can make rope from birch bark, can you? I wonder if I have the survival mod on this. I'm gonna have to double check that between episodes. Because I don't remember that. I mean, it could just be it has been maybe added in since I played last. It's also possible. Okay. So birch bark rope. That is interesting. And you can take. Oh my goodness! You need 240 feet of birch bark. Okay. This is probably just some regular stuff because this would never happen. 3 pounds of water. Good gracious. Okay. Well, right here is where we're going to end this episode. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. And feel free to check out some of the other videos. It's basically Xanima and this. Both high quality games, I gotta tell you. But thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.